Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to the final installment, the final part of Radiothon Spring 2025. Welcome to the annual Big Cheeseburger Challenge. I am your host, Matt Volz. I am very excited. We have a few less contestants this afternoon, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We have two contestants. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hello, I am Brian. I'm actually the chief engineer here at FRS, so very happy to be here and eat this burger.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Liam. I am assistant to the chief engineer, and I'm also excited to eat this burger.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I have a story to tell for how this happened today. So normally I'm sending a message right now. So normally we get the cheeseburgers for Big Cheese from a place called Taco, right? And we recently learned that unfortunately the Taco in Dunkirk is no longer open, sadly. So we pivoted and said, okay, sure, there is one available in Westfield. We said, fantastic. So we'll just place the order there and we'll do that. We'll take care of business. However, I learned when I called at about 11 o'clock this morning that the location in Westfield, though it is still open, they don't have the Big Cheeseburger anymore. So we had to pivot. We said, okay, let's go and just do a quick little fast food option. So we decided on going to Wendy's, right? And we decided we're like, all right, we're going to get 2 Baconators per person. Okay, so we pull up to Wendy's, and there's a sign on the drive-thru that says, this is closed until further notice. So we're thinking, oh, it must be their drive-thru is just down. So we park, and there's a woman in the car next to us in the parking lot, and she rolled down her window, and she let us know that Wendy's is closed right now. So that was interesting. And so we pivoted, and our third and final option, which worked out well, was going to Burger King. So both of our contestants today have 2 Bacon Kings, and I believe you've assembled your Bacon Kings all set.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. We also have sides of fries, which is great and exciting. I have somebody in the booth with me, a veteran of hosting this show, and the person who was on the excursion with me earlier today, Miss Chloe Kowalik.
Hi, guys. It's
She's
true.
back.
I was there. I'm back.
Yes.
Yeah, that was maybe the craziest experience that,
I don't know
I've
if,
had
like,
Big Cheeseburger-wise.
You cannot make that up, And so as you are participating in your Big Cheeseburger, we're going to eat too. But we don't have Big Cheeseburgers, right?
No.
So what's on the menu today in Prod A is fries for both of us, and you both, Brian and Liam, both have your fries as well. Yep. And I also have a Starbucks bagel that I am going to butter and eat while you guys eat.
We ran out of time to have our Starbucks this morning.
Yeah, we kind of had to scramble. So, let's get some pregame thoughts. Brian, Liam, how are we feeling about this? How are we feeling about the challenge today?
I'm a little intimidated.
Yeah.
I am going to take this very casually and do the best that I can. But it's, even for a Burger King burger, a little bit bigger than I expected. But you know what? Big Cheeseburger.
Yes.
It'll be fine, probably.
Yeah, it's pretty big. And along with the fries, it is a lot of food. But in my defense, I didn't eat anything this morning. So
there you go.
You came ready. See, some people have a strategy where they do eat before they come in because they think it primes them, and then they're like ready to go.
Yeah.
Other people like completely just don't eat anything before they come in. I think that's the Thanksgiving Day strategy. That's what I do, is I eat nothing and then I eat as much as I possibly can. So maybe that's a good strategy.
Go ahead, Brian.
More room in your stomach.
Yes.
It's true.
Years ago, when my grandparents used to go out to dinner and stuff, my grandpa used to have a bowl of ice cream before he would go out. And when my mom was a kid, she'd be like, Dad, why are you eating ice cream? We're going out to dinner. And my grandpa would usually say that it coats the stomach. It warms up the stomach.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is not surprising, for my grandfather. He will sneak a bowl of ice cream any excuse he gets, but
That's fair.
he's 82 years old. Well, he's 81. He'll be 82 in September. So he can do whatever he wants. We say
Yes.
the same thing about my grandma. Sometimes she'll sneak cookies from the kitchen. We're like, you know what, Grandma? You do what you want.
So did you already explain what the Big Cheeseburger Challenge entails?
I
don't think
probably
so.
didn't. So, the Big Cheeseburger Challenge, in its normal, typical glory, involves contestants eating, as the name implies, very large burgers. So, usually, the burger contains 4 patties and 4 slices of bacon and any other toppings or sauces that the contestants' hearts desire. Normally, in the past, we've had a full table worth of, I realize I'm speaking like away from the mic because I'm buttering my bagel, but we normally a lot of times in the past have had like a whole table's worth of contestants, and I can't even imagine. I remarked to Chloe this morning, I can't even imagine if we had to roll up to Burger King and order, because we ordered 2 Bacon Kings per person, so I can't even imagine if we had to roll up and be like, can we get like 12 Bacon Kings?
Oh, boy. No.
Yeah, we rolled up to the Burger King and we were like, can we please? Well, we put a mobile order in. We ordered the 4 Bacon Kings, and then we also got 4 medium fries, so for one for each of us.
Yeah.
And when we were walking out of there, like, they called my name, and I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Like, four Bacon Kings, 4 medium fries.
Yeah.
Honestly, when you put it like that, it's probably a good thing that we have so few consensus this time, because I can't imagine having no Big Cheeseburger at Taco and having to do 2 big burgers from Burger King. If I was working at Burger King and you guys pulled up like that, I would end up on the news.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It was also $47.
Yeah.
For everything.
We realized,
Which is a lot.
we also saw how they salt the fries.
Oh, yeah, we watched some salt the fries.
They have like this contraption, this thing that the guy holds, and it he shakes it and a ton of salt all comes out at once, and it looks like, I'm gonna put my backwoods knowledge to use. It looks like when farmers spray the fields, and yeah, this is a thing.
I believe you.
Farmers spray their fields. They have to, with whether it be water to water the crops or fertilizer or whatever. But yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're feeling good. We're feeling confident. How many slices of bacon are on?
Yeah, I was gonna ask for.
Yours. Did
Can
you
you
keep
guys
all of it?
give us a burger unboxing? Can you explain to us what
Yes.
they look like?
4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh my.
8.
Feel free to
9.
take off if you only want 4, you can take off the extra stuff.
Right, because you only really need the 4 patties and the 4 layers of bacon
Yeah.
for it to count.
Yeah.
I feel like it's flat enough that it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we already went this far. So.
Yeah,
Okay,
and if you don't
that's
want
good.
your bacon, I will happily take it. I'm a big fan of bacon.
So how big are they in comparison? Would you say?
What? How big exactly? Like the patty or?
Yeah, because you did the actual Big Cheeseburger back when Big Cheeseburger existed. How would you say it compares to last year?
Man, yeah, but that was like a year ago. I'm not
That's
sure
been
if
a
I
while.
remember.
Yeah.
But like these ones, they're about like the width of my palm of
Okay.
my hand, and they're about like 2 inches tall or
Oh, wow.
something. I'd say so.
It's like a fry tall.
Fried
A little bit less than a fry tall.
I think my favorite part about the way that this is arranged right now is the fact that you guys have a full table of 6 seats and you chose to sit directly across from each other. I
because
love
they're
that.
having a duel. They're
I love
dueling.
it. I think that's awesome.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I was just making sure that you guys could see me.
Oh
So,
yeah, I
It's
think
a
it's
duel.
fantastic. I love it. I think that's the way that it should be. You stare down the face of your opponent
Oh boy.
and you're ready to roll. Are the burgers still warm or are they a little cold? They're probably getting cold as we're talking.
Lukewarm, I'd say.
They're
Okay.
about room temperature-ish.
What do we think?
I think we're probably ready to go. Are you guys ready?
So how do you want us to do this? You want us to angle our mics up like last time?
Yeah, we can do that. And I'll have the timer going on my phone. My mom's listening now. Hi, Mom. So I'll have the timer going on my phone. I can provide time updates if you want. I don't have to.
I mean, you're pretty much our commentator.
Sure, I'll provide. We'll let you know on the minute. And
I have
then,
a follow-up question.
yes, what's up?
Would you guys like intense background music?
How intense are we talking?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Like,
Like
we
I'm
can-
thinking like Dark Souls background music.
I was gonna say we can do some battle music.
Yeah,
or-
sure.
All right, hold on. Give me
There
a
you
second.
go. There you go. The former station manager is putting her experience to good use here. And as we were logging on, I said, I don't know that we'll really need the computer for anything, and now we're using it, which is fantastic. So, I guess with age comes wisdom there, Chloe, huh?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. I felt bad. She was leaning into the computer and then had to pull away and talk into the microphone to say that. But, the thing that is beautiful about this is that it shows that, sometimes we still have to depend on our alums, our old friends who leave us.
No. All right, hold on 1 second.
And that's okay. We've got
I've
that's a
selected
long ad.
Dark Souls 3 Epic Battle Music 1 hour version.
Here.
Are you ready?
Just wait for that.
Let's see how this sounds. Do we like?
Wow.
I like it.
I think it's good.
I think it's awesome.
I think it's good. Oh, also my mom is listening and my
Oh my
dad.
gosh,
Hi
hi.
guys. Wow, that's getting intense. Is
Yeah,
this good?
it's loud.
How do you guys feel?
Maybe a little bit quieter.
Yeah,
quieter?
it's very loud.
I know it's like getting louder.
The computer fader, it's so loud.
It is.
There
I don't
was
know why it's
one
like
time, the one and only time that I board opped a show, I did not realize just how loud that computer fader is because, the fader right now is like maybe a third of the way up, and this is the volume you're hearing. I put it at the line that we usually have the rest at, which is like 3/4 of the way up, and we were blasting. So I also do want to say before we start that at the end of the show today, we have a special giveaway that we are going to be doing as promoted on our social medias. We are partnering with Buffalo Iron Works, where Chloe is actually the marketing director for.
This is true.
And we are doing a giveaway. The winners, of course, people, as it was posted on our Fredonia Radio social medias, people who commented entered into the giveaway. And we will be announcing the winner at the end of the show this afternoon. And the winner receives 2 tickets to see Max Sabbath. We should have gotten McDonald's. That would have been
Oh no, you're so right. It's okay. It's fine.
So, yes, the winner receives 2 tickets to see Max Sabbath on Tuesday, May 6th. And Max Sabbath is like this rock group that they dress up like McDonald's characters and perform.
They're like a Black
crazy.
Sabbath tribute, but
Yeah.
they all dress up like McDonald's characters,
Yeah.
and it's scary. It's
Yeah.
like a horror rock.
We're talking about a
Right.
McDonald's band and about to eat Burger King.
That
No,
sounds.
Yeah.
That
Don't
sounds
sound
crazy.
much in that.
This is the one and only time where we can eat in the radio booth.
Only time it's allowed.
It's the only time we break the rules, except for on Lover Call, they do something called Taste Test, which they do at the end of the semester. I don't know who hosts that show. But
I have
pretty cool.
no idea.
Even then,
cool.
that's not really food, though.
Right, it's not
No,
food.
it's
That's
not.
more, a lot of it is more like candy stuff.
Yeah.
It is mostly candy.
Yeah, a lot of it is. Yeah, so what do we think? Are we ready to roll?
I'll bump up the music when you're eating too, a little bit.
Here we
I
go.
am Angling my.
Yep, angle the mics up. Let's.
I'm ready.
I'll give
the
you a countdown.
Sound is gross. But
I'll
that's
count
all
down
right.
from 5. How's that?
Oh, do we need before pictures?
Oh, yes. Here. We'll snap a pic. You know
We're
what?
gonna take a before.
I'm gonna
picture
take a
of it?
Hooji. Do you guys know what Hooji is?
No.
So Hooji.
Explain Hooji. Go ahead.
It's a camera app, but it puts a filter on it and it makes it look like it's taken on like some sort of like handheld or reusable camera and the filter on it says like 1998 in the corner.
What was it called?
It's called Hooji, Huji.
We took one in the Burger King on our way over
It's
here.
very cool. Our general manager, Elena Fitzgerald, is a very big fan of Hooji. She actually introduced me
Yeah,
to
me
Hooji.
too.
One of my favorite Hoojis that I own is a picture of Elena holding a giant bag of popcorn.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Shout out
wow.
to Elena.
I'll have to look for that later.
Yeah,
but
it's
do,
pretty
do you
cool.
want to come in the booth and take a picture?
I think you should.
Yeah, I'm gonna come to the booth. You can stall for me, Club.
I'll stall. All right, I
There
can
you
do
go.
it. Anyways,
Between
yeah.
2 stalls.
Get out. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how this turns out. Big Cheeseburger is the Big Cheeseburger Challenge is something that we've been doing for a couple of years now. I think it started maybe 3 years ago. So it's really, yep, don't get locked out. All right. Matt just came back in to get his keys. But it's something we've been doing for like 3 years now. It started with some old alums, so station manager Jackson DeCarlo and the former station manager Alex Irwin. They really pioneered it. And I think it's really kind of taken off from here. And it's always been a station classic and a station favorite. But obviously, with the closure of the Big Cheeseburger, it's very sad news. I will have to alert Jackson and Alex and tell them of the sad news. But yeah, honestly, I think it's something fun that kind of everybody remembers about the station. We have a board that's right outside of Graham that has a bunch of pictures and times of past contestants, and a lot of those people have graduated now. So it's a cool way to remember them and to kind of show off those times. I think the fastest time ever was like 3 minutes and something, or like 4 minutes and something, which is crazy and kind of gross. I tried to do it last year and I could not even finish it. So I was also hosting, but it was tough.
Right, but I do remember that you couldn't even finish your burger.
I could not. I was like trying to like talk and do it at the same time, and I was having fries. I was like, what am I doing? But I will say the burger was tasty. It was definitely worth it. Oh, you made it back.
I did, and I actually just looked to see who holds the record. For the fastest
who is
time.
it?
So the record was set by Brandon Martinez on December 4th, 2021, 3 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yes, that's right. I remember that.
I will say Parker Gurnett got relatively close last December. I think he hit like 440.
Yeah.
So I think he's in the top 3 because Trevor Hauer is second. I think Trevor's was like 4.5, something
I
like
remember
that.
Trevor's, yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandon, Trevor, and Parker.
Yes.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
for sure.
I will
Alright,
say
guys.
Parker was a back-to-back champion.
Yes, he was.
of Big Cheese. All right. Brian Valencia, Liam Cerrone, the Big Cheeseburger Challenge, the Big Cheeseburger Duel. Are you ready? Do you want me to count down from 5 or 10? I'll count down from 5. 5 makes more sense. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Let's do this. The Big Cheeseburger Duel begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8.
Oh, this is so
We
weird.
are underway.
I'm going to bump up the music a little bit.
So the strategies seem to be just sort of going in. There's competing strategies that sometimes happen. Some people like to do where they split it in half. That's what Parker did. He split it in half, and then he ate half at a time. I'm going to eat my bagel.
Yeah, breaking it into pieces. Sometimes that helps people. A lot of people like to drink water to try to soften the bread.
I think
But-
I'd need to. We get an ad, of course. Why not?
Yeah, that'd be better.
Enjoy the sounds of eating. This is how we finish off Radiothon, folks.
Yes, it is tradition.
Yep.
It's so hard because the music keeps increasing and decreasing, so I'm like live mixing it.
Yeah.
But yes. They're looking good so far.
Yep.
They're looking strong. Nobody's breaking a sweat just yet.
No, not quite.
I hope the burgers are tasty.
I
I've
hope so,
never
too.
had a bacon king before.
Neither have I.
But,
I don't eat burgers, though.
Yep. I also don't eat anything that's got cheese on it. So.
That's the irony of this.
Yep. Neither of us are burger people, but that's all right.
Mine is more of I'm just a picky eater.
Yes.
I don't like ground beef.
I do like ground beef, but I can't have cheese.
Right.
There is cheese on the Bacon King. The ironic thing is that the Big Cheeseburger Challenge doesn't even require cheese. All it
Right.
is just the base 4 patties and the 4 layers of bacon. So technically, I guess it's a big hamburger challenge, but cheeseburger sounds better.
Around there. So time-wise, we're at about 1:40 right now.
Can you see how they're doing? I can't quite see.
Yeah, Brian
Oh, yeah.
looks
Looking
pretty good. So does Liam. I would say they're both maybe, what, third of the way through, quarter?
Yeah, looks about that.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good.
Both our contestants do have fries, but I said before the show that the fries can be their cool down.
I'm eating my fries now. They're very good.
2-minute mark. I'm gonna eat my fries too. I'm eating a bagel and fries. And the
Yeah,
bagel
we're
is like
having
2 hours
carbs this morning. Yeah, I know. My bagel is sitting out in the station.
old. It's delightful.
Shout out to my bagel.
Delicious.
Remember last year and I'd make bagels all the time when I'd come in?
Yes.
I had like 9 a.m. office hours. I'd always make
So
my
do I.
bagel.
I hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon listening to Radiothon on WCBF 88.9 FM and WDVL 89.5 on FredonaRadio.com. This is the final show of the spring 2025 Radiothon. Always fun.
Brian is looking a little more than halfway.
Yeah, Liam's looking pretty good too.
I can't quite see Liam, but oh, thank you. Oh yeah, you're like halfway.
It's pretty
Wow.
close. I will say it's close. We are closing in on the 3-minute mark. There it is, 3 minutes. Will we see history today? I will say the Major League eating is something that I'm a very big fan of. I watch the hot dog eating contest every 4th of July, and I'm not happy that Joey Chestnut, my king, was banned from it, but he does hold the record. And the record for the most hot dogs is we are at 3.5 minutes. The record for the most hot dogs consumed in a 10-minute period is 83. That was on a
That's a
Netflix.
lot.
That was on a Netflix special. Joey Chestnut ate 83 hot dogs in 10 minutes, which I watched live right before a radio station e-board meeting. Number 2, his record that he set previously on the there is 355. So there is Brandon's record, which will not be broken. But Brian looks like he's close to being done. He's getting there. Liam's looking good too. Liam's going to take a sip of water.
Good strategy.
Understandable. Gotta
Gotta
hydrate.
stay hydrated, yes.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Matt, I have a question for you.
What's up, Chloe?
How many hot dogs do you think you could eat in 1 minute?
In 1 minute?
Yeah.
Less than 1.
Less than 1?
I
You don't think you could finish all hot dog
Nope.
in a minute?
Nope.
I definitely could.
I
think I could do 2.
I'm such a slow eater. There's no way. Well, you ever seen how they eat those hot dogs though? They don't like take the time to chew them.
No, they just inhale them.
They dip
It's,
them
like,
in
kinda
water
gross.
to soften them, and then they just down them, like down the gullet. It's
Yeah.
hilarious to watch.
It's so good.
The previous record was 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes, which Joey Chestnut set on the 4th of July, 2022, I believe.
Yes.
Which I was watching live.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was 2021. Yes, that was 2021. I was watching that live. I was running on my elliptical, watching that. 5
There you go.
minutes. That was great.
Good. They're getting close.
That was fun. We got about a half hour left in Radiothon. This is fun. This is great. This is the first time I've ever hosted Big Cheese. This is your second, right, Chloe? Or is it third?
I think 3rd, technically. I'm like kind of hosting. I was a last minute sub.
Yep.
I got pulled in.
Shout out Justin Malinowski. We are going to do the show together today.
We miss you, Kane.
My boy is snoozing, I believe. 5.5 minutes.
Some people went hard and were up all night
Yeah.
working in the station.
Shout out Scott Bassett for doing the overnight hours again.
Yep.
And we always do advise, eat at your own risk, please.
Yes. Please be careful.
Yes. There are multiple reasons why I could never participate in the Big Cheeseburger Challenge. One of them being that I don't like burgers, but the other is that I'm a slow eater. We're at
I
6
was just say, I
minutes.
feel like that's your main obstacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was like the big bowl of Frosted Flakes challenge, maybe I could, but
There you go. Frosted Flakes are good.
that's a good idea.
I think what helped me the most last year was having sips of water because it was like just so much
Yeah.
like grease and like
Yeah.
also the bread was like making my mouth so dry.
It's just a lot of food all at once.
Yes,
You know?
and so it's like the water kind of helps like smooth it like
Right.
going down
Right.
for sure.
I'm enjoying my Burger King
We're getting
fries too.
close. The
These
Burger
are-
King fries are good. Mine are
These
cold.
are some of the better Burger King fries I've had.
They are salty.
Yeah.
I did a good job salting them.
They really did. They did a good job.
They're good.
As far as fries are concerned, I'm a McDonald's loyalist, but
Me too. I like Chick-fil-A fries too.
I do too. We had Chick-fil-A yesterday
We did.
before the Bandits lacrosse game, and I told Chloe last night at like 12:30 in the morning, I was like, I want Chick-fil-A again.
Yep.
7 minutes.
Instead, we settled on toast.
Yes, I had 2 pieces of toast when I got home last night. It was great. It was awesome. On my Walmart wheat bread. Brian is like almost done.
Ryan is close.
Yeah,
I'd say that's like maybe 3 bites.
this is gonna be close. We're slowing down, which is understandable at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a massive burger. It's 2 full-size burgers combined into one, and you're
Yes.
consuming it as fast as you possibly can.
Plus
This is
cheese.
great.
Oh, one of the
Plus
things that
cheese.
happened. So when we ordered it, we asked Brian and Liam what they
Oh, yeah.
wanted, and they were like, "Yep, we'll take." One of them wanted ketchup. The other one was like, "Nah, nothing. It's fine." And we get them back, and one of them has ketchup and mayo on it, one pair, and then the other pair just has mayo on it. So I believe what they did is they each took one of each kind and combined them, so that way it's even. So it's completely the same burger that they have.
We have just passed the 8-minute mark. Looks like Will Levis got a hold of these burgers. The Tennessee Titans quarterback who puts mayonnaise in his coffee.
Ew.
Yeah,
Why
seriously.
did she do that?
Because he's weird.
Okay, fair enough.
No, he's weird and now he's out of a job because they just drafted quarterback. But poor Will. Yeah, Brian is like entering last bite territory. This is great. I was made to host this challenge. Bro.
You think so?
Yes.
I'm so glad you're having fun.
Yeah, Brian is last bite. It's a meaty bite, but
It is. It's
like all meat.
You got this.
Here you go.
Ryan is chewing. Matt, get ready. Once it is fully swallowed, then this timer will stop. He's working on it. Lots of patties to chew there.
The music's picking up too. That's
I was gonna say that's
perfect.
so funny.
Brilliant.
Okay. He's close. He's close. He's close. Oh my god. He's got it down.
All right.
He's good.
9 minutes and 27 seconds is the
Wow,
time
that's
for
good.
Brian
Good
Valencia.
job,
Well
Brian.
done. Brian Valencia is our winner.
Ryan, do you remember your former time? Once you can recover there?
Not at all.
Not at all?
I still have the clock running if you want to finish, too, Liam.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to.
I got you.
Yeah, they're supposed
of
to
course.
just see what their time is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well done. Very well done. Necessary sips of water, of course. I finished half a bagel in this time.
I know, I just keep taking fries as
Yep.
I can. Matt and I were like, man, we should have just gotten lunch while we were out.
In hindsight, totally.
Well, that's okay.
We have fun here.
Yes, we do. We were a little stressed. But we
Oh, yeah.
found our friend, shout out to Q. We found Q's car on
Yep.
our way in. And so we took a picture in front of it with our Burger King badge.
Yep.
We
I
got
took
here
a
with 5
Fuji.
minutes to spare. Oh, you did?
I did, yeah. I took a Huji, I took a regular picture, and I took a 0.5.
That's good. That is the full rotation.
Yeah. We are at 10 and a half minutes. And my mom was, when I mentioned a Huji, my mom said 35 millimeter camera is the word I was looking for.
Yes.
Thanks, Mom.
How's Liam doing? How's Liam looking?
He's good. Last few bites,
Good.
actually.
Yeah. Most of the way there.
Yep.
I don't know if I'd be able to finish it.
I wouldn't.
couldn't finish it last year. I got so close and I had like a tiny little bit left that I saved in my fridge. And I don't think I ever finished it.
This challenge is not for the weak.
No, it's not.
I gotta say the background music was a nice touch, Claire.
Thank you. I was like, what is the most intense like battle music I could think of? And I was Stark Souls.
I would not have thought of that,
Thank you.
obviously, but
That's why I'm here.
yes, that's right. That's right.
I just figured it would be better to cover up some of the chewing and some of the breaks that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did text this morning. I texted our advisor, Professor Mike Igo, to see if he would be joining us today. And he is at a different commitment in the North Towns of Buffalo. But
It is very sad. We miss him so much.
yes, Professor Mike is retiring at the end of next year. And so I told him that for his last Radiothon, he should join me in the booth for the Big Cheeseburger Challenge. And he said, sounds fun. I think it would be a hoop.
I had no idea he was retiring.
He is, yeah. He's got next school year will be his last.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going out with me. I have told him that before. Myself and our news director, Maisie Strader, and our sports director, Mitch Arussi, we all told him, we said, it's because you were your favorites and you want to retire with us, right? And he says, well, of course.
You think I can convince him to stay one extra year just so I can finish out my master's in a different department?
That you won't have any classes with him?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just cause. Just cause.
Just because he should graduate with me.
I think we should throw him a retirement party.
You should.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Let's do it. Superhero theme. Mm-hmm. We did. Professor Mike loves superheroes. We have paper plates that we give away. Nice Xbox ad. We give
You're
away.
not supposed to tell them that.
I thought it was funny. We give away paper plates at our Fredonia Radio Systems banquet every year. And this year, Professor Mike won the FRS Superhero Award. And I drew, at about 1:30 in the morning, I drew the Superman logo on a paper plate for him. And it's one of the best artistic creations I've ever had. It
He
looked
was so
stellar.
proud of it, he had to send me a picture.
Yeah, he posted it on Facebook, and he put his and his wife, Professor Elaine's, up in his office at the farmhouse, which is an honor.
That is an honor. Your
Yes.
art is displayed at the Sheridan Farm.
Which is, I mean, that's, I would argue, better than the Louvre.
I think so too.
I would think so. Liam's closing in on being done. We are approaching the 14-minute mark. One of our friends just texted us,
Shout out, EJ.
and shout out EJ Jacobs. Just said that she feels that one of the two of us very much loves chicken fries, and she's correct. I am a huge
We
fan
just
of
talked
chicken
about
fries.
that on the way here.
We did. I wish I would have got some chicken fries.
I know. Chicken fries are good.
They are excellent. I remember I was very heartbroken when they took them off the Burger King menu years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then they brought them back, and I was so happy. I love them. Getting close to 15 minutes here. We're at about 14:40-ish. Give or take a few seconds, plus or minus. In science terms.
In science terms.
No. You know science. You did like labs and stuff.
No.
Psychology.
Kind of.
I'd be terrified to find out how my mind works. I think Chloe got a sense of how my brain works last night when I was laying on the floor of the radio station.
Matt was not. We like to do this thing called floor time here
Yep.
in the station where we just lay on the floor.
Shout out Lee Pie.
Shout out to Lee. The floor time pioneer.
That's right.
But
The four-time pioneer. I'm funny.
I can't do it.
Anyways,
I don't even remember.
that I was doing.
Oh yeah, Matt was on the floor.
Yep.
And I just like looked over and he was like, "You ever wonder what it would be like if you just like magneted to the ceiling?"
I
was
wonder
like,
this all the time.
No, Matt, I don't wonder that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, when I lay flat on my back on the floor, I'm like, what if I was stuck to the ceiling? It'd be cool.
I would be really concerned if you just magneted to the ceiling while we were sitting.
Yeah, that might be a little bizarre. Might be alarming, but yeah. It was just because I listened to the Weezer cover of Rainbow Connection on my drive back from Buffalo
Yeah,
last
we
night.
had the craziest drive.
Yeah.
It was Weezer played, Hannah Montana played.
Yep.
Right after Rainbow Connection was Back in
16
Black.
minutes. Yep. It was great.
Yep, which Matt went just as hard for.
I did. So Liam is closing in on the end of his burger. Brian, how are we feeling? How did the challenge go? I'd love to get your thoughts.
It was pretty fine. I didn't really have any issues eating. Right now I'm feeling good. I feel slight regret because of how much beef and cheese and bacon that I ate.
There's so much on.
Yeah.
Does your tummy hurt yet?
No, not necessarily, but
Okay.
I do foresee myself going. I have one of those exercise bikes at home. I'm probably gonna spend like at least an hour on that.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can walk off all of the carbs and meat as I shove French fries in my face. This bumps.
That's good. Yeah, the battle music is good.
I feel like I'm on a quest.
You're on a quest?
I mean, we kind of are on a quest. The quest
Yeah.
is to figure out how fast we can eat insanely greasy food. Thank you, Burger King, for actually being open today.
Yeah, I don't know why Wendy's is closed.
No
but
idea.
That was weird. It was like every single thing that could have gone wrong on our way there went wrong.
Think Griswold family vacation.
It's so crazy that you guys were able to like have so many hurdles, but still get here in time to start. the
We
show.
made it with 5 minutes
Oh, yeah.
to spare. I can't believe it.
We live to serve.
And then we got stuck at a red light
Yep.
for like so long. We were like, come on, we gotta
Trying
go.
to turn left, no left.
Trying to turn left, yeah.
Oh, Liam has just taken his last bite.
Oh,
Gonna wash it down with some water.
the music always is like perfect
Yes.
with what's going on. Liam, you're so close. You got
Yes,
this.
you got it.
You're so close.
Dunzo.
Yes!
18:31 for
That was
Liam.
so
I
good.
beat 20.
I didn't, so you did better than I did.
So the final times: Brian 9 minutes and 27 seconds, Liam 18 minutes and 31 seconds. I'm screenshotting that so we have that for our our records. It's very important.
Yep.
Sweet.
So the Big Cheeseburger Challenge has come to an end. Liam, how do you feel it went?
I feel pretty. Thank you. Pretty good. I'm glad I was able to finish it. I had my doubts. I do feel like that last third, I was kind of doubting myself because then I could actually it had hit my stomach at that point.
Yeah.
But kept pushing onward. I have my water in an orange juice.
I noticed that.
I also
just
noticed
because
that.
I went to a theater tech conference and then left my water bottle in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh.
So I've just been
No.
making do
Oh,
with all of the beverages and stuff I've
Yep.
gotten from Willie's. I wish this was actual orange juice. I feel like that
That's
would
true.
cut through the grease a lot better.
yeah.
Interesting. I guess I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I hope that water bottle wasn't expensive.
Yeah.
No, it was like $4 at Ollie's. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I also left my water bottle at home when I came back from Easter weekend, and so I've been just recycling the plastic ones.
Well, at least you can drive there. If I
mine's only an hour and 20
If
minutes.
I left my $20 water bottle in Ohio, I would want to jump off a building.
That'd be kind of a tough break,
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine leaving my Owala in Ohio. That would break my heart. My Bills Owala.
Yeah.
It's a Captain-
It's Captain America.
So it's Captain America. My mom bought it because it was Bill's colors, and after I told her what the Captain America shield was, she got me stickers to cover it. So I have a Buffalo sticker and I have a Bill's Mafia sticker that's on it. My mom has one that was the Harry Potter water bottle, but she got a paw print sticker that is over the Harry Potter logo.
Sweet.
Yeah, she loves it. We love our Owalas.
Yes.
It's great. So the Big Cheeseburger Challenge has come to an end. We have about 15 more minutes left on the air.
A little
And
less because we got
a little less because we have to switch back over. I hope you've all been enjoying Radiothon on WCVF 88.9 FM, the campus and community voice of Fredonia, and WDVL 89.5, the Inferno, streaming live on FredoniaRadio.com. It's been lots of fun. How many shows has everyone been on so far?
I've only been on one. I had a segment of my usual show, Dual Screens, with Jonathan Hagen. And, we talked about our favorite soundtracks to films and movies. I didn't really have enough time to start playing out the usual Smash tournament, so that
Yes.
kind of fell through. Yeah. And plus, I kind of needed to, give myself some space to, relax. So I only signed up for one slot,
Yeah.
This is my third so far. I had both the 5 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Yes.
slots.
Oh, wow.
Because by the time I got here to sign up for my first slot, everything else was taken except for I think 5 a.m. through 9 a.m. and then the 11 a.m.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what, I'll get it. And then the email went out, hey, we need people. And I had the idea for Remix Hour, which I'm very excited for that to go up on YouTube.
Yeah.
If anyone was listening, hope I dealt you psychic damage.
I'm sure it was great. I'm sure it was fantastic. We were asleep, but I'm sure it was great.
Yeah.
Let's see. How many you've been on? This is your first, right? And then
No, this is my second. No, this is my third time on air.
Well, because you were
I
on
was
the
interviewed
High
on
Noon
High Noon
Friday
Friday.
interviewed, but you know someone very closely who was a guest on Lover Call last night.
That's
you know,
true.
yeah,
My second,
someone named the electrician that you might know very
Yeah.
well, who was on, and I think I have butter in my beard.
I got
Something
it.
like that. Yeah. I've been on, let's see, I did sports on High Noon Friday. And then this, and I know someone very well named the quarterback who hosts Lover Call. I hear he's
Yes.
really cool. A lot of fun. Don't really know who that might be. But yeah, so in addition to the Big Cheeseburger Challenge, we also have a special giveaway that we have been doing. We've partnered with Buffalo Ironworks, which, Chloe, you are the marketing director for. Do you want to talk a little bit about Ironworks and how this sort of partnership got off the ground?
Yes, but can I say something else first?
Yes.
Okay, so my mom texted in and would like me to go to the bookstore to get Liam a water bottle. And so my mom would like to sponsor a new water bottle for you, Liam. So I will go see if they're open after this.
Thank you.
And
can I make
she also
my,
said, "Poor Liam."
Can I make my preferences known?
Yeah, you can come with me if you want. We'll get it for you.
I have to go to Envision, the senior BA capstone theater arts place.
Yes. Okay.
But also I prefer ones that are translucent or transparent just for purposes of cleaning it out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll find you. Is it okay if it's colored? Because I think they have like the blue ones.
Yeah.
Like the blue, like transparent ones?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
I'll find
thank you.
something.
We'll
Thank
take
you
good care
very
of you.
much.
Yeah, we got you.
I appreciate it.
Of course. Okay, anyways, so yeah, going back to the giveaway. So Buffalo Ironworks is a local music venue that's like, independently owned, and it's in downtown Buffalo. It's right in the Cobblestone District. So it's like, if you know where KeyBank Center is, it's like right across the street from that, which is great. So there's a lot of shows that happen there, different genres. It's kind of all over the place with the genres. So it's something different pretty much every day, which is cool. And I'd say usually they say it's about 200 shows a year. I really think it's more than that because there's like 5 shows a week and it's pretty consistent with that. So it's a lot going on. But the partnership kind of came into place because Buffalo Ironworks likes to partner with like community people. And that's like one of the things that they do the most. And I thought it would be a great idea because I was a station alum and now I'm, working in marketing there. It's perfect. I have the opportunity to reach out to the station and be like, hey, let's do a giveaway. So we do the same kind of thing with like, the Buff State Station or local podcasters or people that kind of write their own little music blogs, stuff like that, to just kind of partner, advertise local bands, maybe give away some tickets, stuff like that. And it's cool because it brings the community into the venue and gets them involved as well. So this little giveaway, I talked to people at the station. So primarily Matt and Molly. Shout out Molly.
Shout out PR director
Molly
Sonic.
created a little graphic and posted it on the FRS page and added us as a collaborator. And we ran the giveaway on social media. And I don't know, I think it's pretty exciting. Max Sabbath is like, that show will probably sell out. So these are like hot tickets.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Ironwork shows are great. They've been really cool, and we talked about this at the conference that we go to every year, which Brian also attended this year. It's the Intercollegiate Broadcasting Systems Conference in New York City that we go to each year, end of February, beginning of March. And one of the conference sessions that some people went to talked about being more involved in station community-related giveaways. So it's something that we've sort of discussed throughout the semester.
for sure.
And we decided to make it happen for Radiothon. So
Yeah, it's a very common thing for like professional, like not that FRS isn't a professional station, but like
No, we're great.
like non like college stations, like like the ones in Buffalo, so like WYRK or whatever, to do those kind of ticket giveaways. So it's cool because it gives you guys the opportunity to do something that's very similar with what a bigger corporate station would do.
yeah, absolutely. And it's definitely exciting. And we have a handful of people. So how we're going to do this, we have everyone who commented on the post is in a random wheel. So we're going to spin the wheel because wheels are fun. And whoever it lands on is the winner of our 2 tickets. And we know them by their Instagram handles. Some
Yeah, I
people
just kind
we
of
know-
typed them in.
Yeah, some people we know who it is, but others we're going off their Instagram handles.
Yes. So do you want to
What do
spin
you
it?
think?
You want to hit space?
I would love to hit space. Does it make a
I don't
sound
know.
if I spin it?
I
That's a
think
good question.
That website does.
It does?
Yes.
This is
Let's
the one
go.
I always use.
If I'm remembering.
Yeah, so we
Let's
try to
go.
randomize it, make it as fair as possible. So
So I gotta, what is it? Control Enter. Looks
Control
like.
Enter.
You ready?
I'm gonna bump it up. Go
Let's
ahead.
do this.
Spin that wheel.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's so cool.
And is it gonna stay on that one? There we go.
It plays a clap. Okay, so let me pull up their actual
Yes.
tag. So
We
this
do
is-
have a winner, and the winner, well, as Chloe is pulling up we had it like just a way to remember the official Instagram handle on the wheel. So
Okay.
we'll see who wants. Do you have it?
So this is at Pistol Pete 585716.
Yes, congratulations,
Congratulations.
Pistol Pete 585716. That I like the numbers too, the area codes in Western New York. That's cool. Western and Central New York, I should say. So yeah, congratulations to Pistol Pete. You have won 2 tickets to see Max Sabbath on Tuesday, May 6th at Buffalo Ironworks on Illinois Street in Buffalo. So that's pretty much all she wrote. Any thoughts? Any more further thoughts or musings from the table?
I'm definitely not going to finish these fries.
Yes,
Yeah.
we also got a medium fry for both Brian and Liam.
Yeah, fries are.
I didn't even
definitely
finish my
dessert.
fries. And I didn't even have a burger.
No, me neither. I haven't finished my bagel yet either, and I've had the whole hour to do
A little
that.
distracted. That's all right.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's been fun. I think that this is a tradition that is really cool, and I'm glad we do this. This is something that we did this semester. We did both the Big Cheeseburger Challenge and we did Hot Ones last night. We did it in a couple of last semesters. We've only done one because we found sometimes that as we do both, it gets tough because people are busy. They got a lot of stuff that they have to do. And it kind of, complicates things if people are signing up for both, and it's hard to get a full group for both. But I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's really cool. And my computer is dinging, which is delightful. It does that when I host. I play my booth plays off of my laptop. And so I always, when I'm airing my show, Big Blue Sports, on WCVF, I always have to turn my computer on Do Not Disturb when I'm playing my booth plays, because otherwise you'll hear that right in the middle of a song. And that's happened several times before. So
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. It happens to the best of us, right?
It's all right. Yeah.
So we got a couple of minutes left, and then Radiothon in the spring of 2025 will be all said and done. It's crazy. It came up on us, I think, very quickly. We've only got 1 week of classes left, too.
Yeah. Shout out to the graduating seniors.
Which I believe is both of you at the table.
Your last radiothon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
This is it. Obviously, we would love to have you back in the future for not only Radiothon, but anything. So final Radiothon, sort of final thoughts. I'm curious on, anything that, like, as you prepare to leave, how does it feel for this to be your last Radiothon and that you're closing in on it being it?
It didn't really go off in the way that I wanted it to. Like, I wanted to have that Smash tournament going on, and I also thought about having my own segment for kind of just my own music to sort of like call back to how I first started with Radiothon and my show in general. But it didn't really go as planned, and like I am kind of bummed about that. But at the same time, I had some stuff with like class to focus on. I had some assignments to make up, and I got to study for my finals. And there's just so much. And also, I helped plan this event, so
yes,
there was
going
just
on.
Yeah, there was just so much that I had to worry about, and I needed to like take a step back and say, all right, I need to give myself a break. So hey,
That's good that you did that.
Absolutely.
Though. That is like really big of you.
yes, for sure. That's definitely the way to go.
But you know what? I'll still be living in Westfield after I graduate, so who knows? Maybe I'll return for another Radiothon.
Yeah, you won't be too far down the road.
Cool.
Then how about you, Liam?
Yeah. I really enjoyed this Radiothon. I do kind of wish that I hadn't been as scrambling as I was to try and finalize both my playlists, but I think my shows turned out really well. I'm happy with them. Brief technical difficulty, but what can you do?
Yeah, that happens.
Live radio, show must go on.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right about that.
And I'm just glad I got to do this, and overall, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I think it's been really fun. Radiothon is always one of the most popular, one of the most fun events. It's, it's a lot of fun. It's really, a lot of people have a good time with it. But yeah, I think this one went very well. Well, thank you both for participating. Congratulations on your victory, Brian. And congratulations to you too, Liam. That is no easy task.
No, you beat 20 minutes.
Inhaling a cheeseburger like that. That is something that neither one of us here in the booth could ever do.
This is true.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Well, that will wrap up the Big Cheeseburger Challenge. Any final thoughts from my co-host, Chloe?
I don't think so. I just want to say happy Radiothon. Thanks for letting me pop in, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your semester.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that this has been fun, and that will wrap it up for Radiothon Spring 2025, but definitely make sure to stay tuned to WCVF 88.9 FM and WDVL 89.5. We hope you enjoyed the last 24 hours straight through of live, 25 technically, because it started with High Noon Friday yesterday.
All right.
Well, it's true. We hope you enjoyed 24 and a bonus hour. We hope you enjoyed Radiothon in the spring of 2025. Definitely stay tuned as the final week of a lot of shows is next week. Congratulations to our graduating seniors, and thank you all for listening to Radiothon.